Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 5. Last episode we left the Azure Gallery and managed to find our way into Vahnatai lands. So far we've gone into here, taken a look around this cavern here, found that there's a barrier here we can't go through, and went into here, found a swamp in the east. We haven't explored the swamp. But Thalants, the Vahnatai town, is just to the west. And the Vahnatai don't like the Empire. Well, let's see what's going on. At last you have reached an actual Vahnatai settlement. Unlike the ruins you have been passing, this structure is occupied. None of the creatures are outside, but you can hear them working and talking within. It's not a city, or at least if it is, the Vahnatai cities are far different from the human variety. It is a series of smooth stone domes, like bubbles, connected by long, narrow tunnels. The complex is one large building made up of several of these bubbles. Nearby, you see that one of the tunnels opens out on the empty air. You can enter their settlement through there. This must be what the voice of the barrier referred to when it sent you on to Thalants. Who knows what these strange creatures want from you? Information? Assistance? Meat? Well, I can see the entrance. We'll look around the outside of the place first. Doubt we'll find very much. Surprisingly, the notes on this job board are all on your tongue. The Vahnatai must have known you were coming, had access to someone with a very crude knowledge of your language, and wanted to send you into harm's way for their own benefit. It is refreshing to know that, whatever the differences between your peoples, the Vahnatai race is as sincere as humanity in its desire to get you killed. In caves marked with the pointy rock with the crystal pillar, sketch is panel must be looked in on. There are three are the northwesterly, one is the southeasterly. Enter the checking panels. If 4 panels are seen, go to Skora Irno for rewarding. Caves marked with a pointy rock with a crystal pillar sketch is panel which must be looked in. Okay, they want us to investigate some panels in some cave marked with pointy rock or something. 3 in the northwest, 1 in the southeast. We'll find it somehow. The rockhounds are torment, the eating of stone, the taking, yet the gut has processes on the stone swallowed. Extract 12 crystals for Veltana's work, and she shares the fruit of work at you. Cutting out stones is vile, but not harming. If rockhounds hard to find, they sometimes stalk places where they have been seen before. So, 12 crystals that have been eaten by rockhounds. And they can be found pretty much anywhere, and if we've already found them, they'll show up again where we already killed them. Okay. Diplomacy is needed to Dragon Melanchion in the fortress in Black Waters. Good wishes and desire for meeting to be told to Melanchion. In case he is eating, is better for outsider to go than Vahnatai. In case of not killing, reward of Melanchion is keepable by traveler. Okay, that's a simple delivery mission. That leads to the north. There's another entrance there. That leads to the west. Well, there's a couple entrances to this place. There's water, always important to have. Right. All the way back around. Oh! There's a couple rockhounds. Well, at least we should get at least one of these rocks we need from them. I think there's a couple others back there, so we may as well. It is a disgusting process, but you extract a smooth blue stone from the creature's gizzard-like pouch. Okay. So I guess we're gonna get 4 of them from here, and we'll need to keep our eyes open for another couple. Okay, that's not bad. Gonna be relatively easy to take care of. I mean, these things aren't too tough. I mean, if they get past our warriors to the mages, then yes. But for the most part, they're not that bad. Beautiful. Wait, we only got one? Seriously? We only got... Let me see. We only got one. Fantastic. So it's going to be a lot of hunting. Alright, let's head into the town. There are several Vahnatai wandering around Thalants. They are cleaning, working, sharpening their weapons, and preparing to reclaim their ruined caverns. Though they have many jobs, they share a total lack of comprehension of our language. You make a few awkward hand gestures at each other, but nothing comes of it. I can't do anything with that one. Yeah, it's just several Vahnatai. Can't really do anything with them. There are several Vahnatai warriors in this dome, clustered around one of the crystal coffins. The huge item looks like it has been dragged here with rope, muscles, and whatever the Vahnatai used for sweat. The Vahnatai warriors are so engrossed in their task that they don't even notice the Empire outsider walking into their room. One of them is working at a panel in the crystal with a chisel and a hammer. He swings at the hammer. There is a loud clank, and a long crack appears on the side of the pillar. The room suddenly becomes very cold. The smell of rot fills the air. The Vahnatai shout and raise their weapons. Then the side of the pillar shatters and something flies out. Things become very hectic. Oh, that's not good. Alright, well, we may as well help. They're all Vahnatai warriors, none one too important, but still. Holy crap, that is powerful. Alright, some healing would be good. And you, why don't you do some haste to her? She could use it. If that thing does that again, we're gonna have a problem. Okay, casting of that, and that certainly helps. Acid does nothing to it. Well, at least now we know. Yeah, see, that's a very bad thing. And is it about to kill Darren? That's definitely not a good thing. Okay, will slow do anything to it? Surprisingly, yes. Okay, better idea. How about adrenaline rush? Well, that did something. Okay, the slow is definitely helping. A little more healing. Now disrupt it. No, disrupt it. There you go. Fireball. Okay. I think we may have this. Oh, I forgot to weaken it. Oh, jeez! That thing is still powerful. Still very powerful, and one of the Vahnatai died. Still, we are slowly wearing it down. Slowly but surely. This will weaken it. Alright. Disruption! And disruption again. We've almost got this thing dead. Bloody hell, this is powerful. Almost. Ow. I think we've got it, though. It's gotta die. There we go. Bloody hell. Okay. One of the Vahnatai died, but the rest of them are fine. Bloody hell. Did not expect that. Did not expect anything like that. Random room here. Oh, there's someone talking here. The Vahnatai have a special relationship with crystals. Their magic is based on them, and most of their crafts are made of crystal. They even turn the souls of their most valued ancestors into living crystals. Crystal crafters are some of the most revered beings in the Vahnatai lands. This Vahnatai is a practitioner of the art. She is carving designs into the surface of a long green crystal with remarkable patience and delicacy. Then she turns and bows to you. She points at her chest and says, Veltana. She doesn't seem to know a word of your tongue. Can you understand me? She smiles weakly. Then she points at her chest and says, Veltana. Buy? A rune jade necklace. Meh. Wisdom crystal is useful though, but I'll save. Sell? Yes, we have many things to sell. That's focusing crystal. That's grey mold. And all of these coins. Yeah, items. Pointed crystal. Crystal. She understands. She says with a thick accent, Crystal. She holds up a mined crystal and shows it to you. Then she reaches into her robe and removes several tiny gold coins. She holds the two together. Seems clear enough. She will buy mined crystals. Well, we have plenty to sell you. Veltana takes your quality, rough, unformed crystals. She gives you 20 coins for each one. It's a generous price. You have also given her enough crystals to merit a special reward. She gives you a lovely carved crystal. A focusing crystal. Oh, that's something. Not sure what this is. When you stare deep within this crystal, you see something moving. It is writing. Words and magical formulae float in and out of view. This is a Vahnatai crystal tome. Though the words are alien to you, the symbols are familiar. You can't understand the words, but you can decipher some of the symbols and formulae. You learn how to revive an ally who has been grievously wounded. Your skill with the spell Return Life increases. Hey, we didn't have that spell before! Fantastic! Stairway down, that's interesting. And there's someone in here. There is a Vahnatai sitting cross-legged here, sharpening his wave blade and razor discs with a gray piece of stone. When you get close, he looks up at you with distaste. He pulls a piece of paper out of his cloak and spreads it out in front of him. It has notes on your language. He prepared a few words in case he met you. Literally, a few words. He points at his chest. Basic Tel. He points at you. Empire. Bad. Go. What do you do here? He looks confused. Then he points at his blade. It's a nice sword. Can I see it? When you indicate his blade, he snatches it away and hisses at you. And what do you want? He seems to understand you. He points at you. Surface. Blood. Skurna irno talk. He consults his paper. Skora irno wrong. Surface blood. Empire blood. Go. How can I go? He doesn't understand you, but he has more words prepared. You go. He points to the north. Kiribas. He points down. Under. He points to the east and then raises his upraised fingers to his temples and makes a growling sound. It is humorous. Finally, he points to the east again. Go. These seem to be directions of some sort. Painfully vague, though. North, Carabas, down, under. East, raises upraised fingers to his temples and makes a growling sound. Then east again, go. That's all very vague. He makes a shrugging motion and returns to sharpening his weapons. Your audience has ended. Okay, then. Oh, I didn't mean to go all the way through that way. Okay, fine. Alright, let's speak with this person here. This is a Vahnatai library where the knowledge of this race is stored in large blue crystals. You can see constant flickers of light under the surface of the stone, glowing traceries of words fading into existence and out again. A lone Vahnatai wanders among the crystals. Sometimes she reads something. Sometimes she places her hand on the stone and, as you watch, the writing changes. Then she turns to face you. Unlike the other Vahnatai here, she does not seem shocked or intrigued by your appearance. I am Clodeka. I keep knowledge. Do not be afraid, I have encountered your kind before. What do you do here? I am a guide. The Vahnatai here have just woken into a new strange world, one full of humans and their allies and their wars. I have made a great sacrifice and left my home and my sleep to guide them.
I bring knowledge. I teach them your speech. I share what I can and I fill their crystals with the learning they need, with history and new magic.
You are the one who taught them our tongue?
I did. I have had years to study it as my nation dealt with the Empire and with Avernum. It made me very valuable. Too valuable to sleep, not when I need to spread what I know to all Vahnatai. They must be taught and warned.
You sacrificed your sleep. What do you mean?
My nation of Vahnatai has begun the preparations for sleep. We have been too wounded and too maddened by our contact with your peoples. We need the calm that sleep brings. We will rest. The caves will heal and expel you in time.
Wait, the Vahnatai, they go to sleep for millennia, then in order for the caves to rebuild themselves and then come back. They've only been awake for a couple decades at most. Did the humans really consume that much? Jesus. You said something about new magic?
I can teach magic. I have been guided by Eperon Bok. I can teach you magic and make you strong so you can help to purge the chaotic elements from our world. Later, if you want magic, ask. I know rituals both magical and spiritual.
Okay.
What else would you know, surface worlder? It has been years since I spoke to your kind, and I am eager to practice your tongue.
You've met my kind before?
I come from another Vahnatai nation, one that has dealt with your kind, and that has fought it. When I served my apprenticeship under the mighty Shaper Rentar Irno, I met the first humans to contact their kind. Since then, I have learned and helped to deal with your kind. It has been hard. We fought your empire, and that was a mistake.
Rentar Irno. You mean that Rentar Irno?
The one who raised your lands, the one who went mad, transformed herself into a crystal soul and attempted to destroy Avernum? Yes, that one. She is dead now. At last she has peace.
Well, so much for bringing her back to her people. If that's what happened, then I guess her people just could not deal with her anymore. Did you help to attack the Empire?
I was not directly involved.
She doesn't elaborate.
Okay.
The first humans who met the Vahnatai?
Yes. Not the first humans to attack us. The first humans from Avernum to speak with us and to make peace. Were it not for their courage, the war might never have ended.
Tell me about them.
It was long ago. It was hard to remember. Sometimes I am not even sure whether there were 4 or 6 of them.
I believe that would be a reference to the fact that there are only 4 party members in Avernum, and yet the game that Avernum was originally based on, Exile, you had a party of 6. Right. Tell me about Thalants.
This is the core of the awakening. It is where the first Vahnatai emerge to clear the way to wake the others, or to return to sleep if it is not yet safe. Then when we have emerged, this place will become a seat of magic and study and learning until the next sleep. Alas, this awakening has been hard. Thalants has had to struggle.
How has it been hard?
We are not fools. We do not sleep without mighty magic in place. Pity anyone who tries to enter Vahnatai lands when the defenses are active. However, a mighty cavequake broke the line, letting in beasts and dark spirits. They attack the bodies or the minds of the sleepers. One such spirit is still under Thalants, and we have not had the ability to expel it.
Well, maybe I can help.
It would not be the first time your kind did tasks for us. We pay fairly for the effort. There is a Vahnatai in the caves under us, once a Vahnatai but taken by a dark spirit in his sleep. Now destruction would be a mercy to it. If it is destroyed, I will give you knowledge in return.
Sounds fair. Alright, magical rituals. Arcane summon, yes please. At the very least I need that. Others, maybe. But first, spiritual rituals. Learn enduring armor. Okay, hold that off. Like enduring shield, but with a higher level of protection. Arcane Summon is one of the 3 highest spells. That is going to be very useful, and we definitely want that. Okay, I think that works. When you stare deep within this crystal, you see something moving. It is writing. Words and illustrations float in and out of view. This is a Vahnatai crystal tome. Watching for a while reveals that the writing does not describe spells, recipes, or anything else useful. These crystals probably store the history and culture of these people. You can't understand it. Invaluable to them, a disappointment to you. And they're all the same. Alright. That must be her room. Hmm. Ah, that's your ear note. Oh, that's who we speak with. Very well then. This Vahnatai has a gold circlet around his head and bracelets on his arms. His skin seems drier and wrinklier. Perhaps he is a figure of authority. If so, his lack of obvious hostility seems a good sign. He silently inspects you. He seems fascinated. This might be the first time that he has seen someone of your species close up. Then he says,
Forgive my talk. I am Skora Irno. I lead here. I speak you at barrier. I let you here. Must talk with your kind. Is time. Must tell you our story. Urgent before we act.
I have papers of transit. He looks at the papers. Even though there are many differences between your kind and his expression carries a universal message. Why should I care about this?
No interest. Paper's not good here. Must tell tale of Vahnatai.
Very well. Tell me your story. The aged Vahnatai nods and begins to speak. He apparently prepared and memorized this speech so that his lack of knowledge of your tongue won't hinder him.
The Vahnatai are people of caves. Are so for many, many long years. The caves are hard. Little eating, little room. So Vahnatai make way to go on. When time passed and the life is hard, we sleep.
Sleep.
The crystal coffins? Yes, coffin. Some stay out to not breathe and to end lives in long quiet disappearing. Others sleep to wake in years when caves are restored for us. It is our time of awakening now. We have Thalants rise to free all and retake our home. But now as we sleep all goes wrong. The cave quakes, they break the fence. Rockhounds come in, dark spirits and worse. But that is not what is tearing our hearts. It is thieves.
There are thieves?
The people of Avernum, that is what you call them? Avernum. They take our home. They call it Azure Gallery. They seize it. They smash up the precious sacred crystals. They destroy the plants that feed us. They stole our home. What they say is Azure Gallery is where we go to live. We have learned things of how world is now. We know Empire is not friend of Avernum. We know you are Empire. We know you hunt humans who go through our land. We have offer for you, letting you pass. In return, your help. That was my tale. What say you?
Avernite or not, I will not act against humanity.
Is this true? You are Empire but help Avernum? My knowing ways of your kind is flawed. Yet I think you will change mind. If you want to continue the hunt and not be trapped here, I mean. Now I will ask questions. What would you know?
Oh, a couple different things. You are the leader here?
I am the still living leader, not soul leader. I am Irno, guide, learned one, who directs us as we continue the awakening. When all is ready, I awaken the council and we take place to lead in Carabas. Or I decide if awakening must be halted.
Who else leads here?
We are honored to have a crystal soul, our most honored ones, the frozen spirits of our wisest in crystal form. Epiron Bok, who alone chooses whether to see or not. Wisdom of Epiron Bok guides us. Great is our fortune.
The awakening can be halted?
We can rebuild defenses, strengthen them to hold humans out, and continue our sleep until greedy humans starve themselves, then awaken later. This is painful and has great cost. Before it comes to this, there will be blood.
Lovely. What is Carabas?
He points to the north. The mountain is leadership seat of Vahnatai, place of the council that has not been reclaimed. When all are restored, this is where our kind will have our center.
Scory Irno continues to stare at you. Like all of these creatures, he seems emaciated and delicate. His limbs are desperately thin, and if you were unwise, you might think that one good shove would knock him right over. Two things tell you that this is not the case. The huge wave blade on his back and the devastation his kind visited on the surface only a few decades ago. You are the leader here?
I am the.
Oh, wait, we already asked that. How do you know so much about the Empire and Avernum?
We have fortune. There is another nation of Vahnatai that has contacted your kind many times with much blood. They preparing to sleep now, to heal spirits and wait for time when you have gone. One wise one of them is Clodeka. She rejects sleep and comes to guide us. From her, we learn talk.
There are different Vahnatai nations?
There are many different Vahnatai people spread through under the world. Each can only talk to a few of others.
Where is Clodeka?
She is near. She is within Thalants.
Is this other Vahnatai nation the one that attacked Avernum and the Empire?
There has been ugly things, it's true. The war has left their spirits unsettled. They create mighty defenses and rest and heal until the time when the Avernum starves itself and flees the underworld.
You think that Avernum will starve?
From what we see, we will not say that the caves are our mother, but greedy mother with harsh lessons. Thus they sleep, so we take what mother will give and no more. Unless our wisdom is shown by them, they will soon see how hard a life in caves is.
I've been seeing a lot about this. A lot about how the mushrooms and farming are starting to have problems and people are starting to starve. They haven't told us much because we're the Empire and Avernite problems are not for the Empire to know, but... Tell me more about your sleeping.
Little else to say. We live for centuries. We sleep for centuries. Not all can sleep, though. Some stop breathing and die of old age. Rest are seeds from where new Vahnatai people grow.
How do you decide who sleeps?
Is one who can best regrow our people. Is hard thing to sleep, much risk. Some die of freezing, some destroyed by monsters, and the very few, when minds are quiet and still, they are taken. These are the Hraith and Vahnatai. Beware these dark spirits.
So you trust the ones who don't sleep to just wait and die?
Of course. How could true Vahnatai do any other thing? No more children, just lonely ending.
But what do you do if a Vahnatai does try to have children? Skorna Irna looks away.
There are hard things to be Vahnatai, not talked to with outsider.
Okay, couple other things. I am hunting an assassin named Doricus. Can you help me find him?
We know little of your struggle. We do not know Doricus. We do not want to know. One thing I can say. Span of days, long span of days, but not too long ago. While awakening began, intruders broken through barrier, passed quickly through to east. Scouts saw them. Then we put guards on gate.
Did you get a good look at them?
Scout eyes are sharp. There were 30s. Huge man-led. Female wizard guided. Skin was not pale like Avernite. Skin had unpleasant pinker or darker tones of Empire people. They went. We do not want them back. No more we know.
Thank you very much. So that does tell us that Dorcas did pass through this way. A human wizard named Shanker tried to create a crystal soul. The resulting creature has gone mad. Surprisingly, Skora Irno seems amused by this.
Human monster inflicts monsters on self with unknown but not like crystal magic. Human is welcome. Yet I would not have a crystal soul be tormented even if it is spirit of alien kind. Know this, crystal souls when made are mad. They must be restored to calm so that wisdom can come out. They attack, you must defend. Fight it to standstill. Then when it is drained, place hands on it. Let it feel life. Let it be calmed. That is the way with their kind. Was done with precious Eperon Bach, done with all.
You take note of this. So we're going to have to... So he's going to be insane until we fight him to the point where he's completely drained. Great. I'm hunting a Hraith, and not just any Hraith, a lord of its kind. Can you help me?
I am only 100 spans old. In that time all Hraiths we have found have been destroyed. I am not old enough to know of others.
Great. Alright. I'd like to hear more about what you want me to do.
I am glad. It is time. North in Azure Gallery Land is our home. must be gotten back. To get it, we must get humans out. It starts with their town of Mach. Weak town, easy to expel. You will help. For passage, you must do something to weaken Mach, so they must leave. Taking blades and hacking them can be done, but not necessary. Just think to shift balance so they stay no longer.
Alright, I'll do what I can.
I am glad. When Mach is unbalanced, come and tell me. Then you also get special reward of gratitude.
Any idea how I might do this?
Azure Gallery is untamed. Many monsters. People perhaps lurking near Mach. Do what you can to aid them and direct them to Mach. Or, if all the monsters are gone, perhaps the assassin way is only one left. If Mayor of Mach is dead, others must flee. This is hard and sad, but they are thieves who take our lands and deserve it.
You would not object if I killed them myself? Why?
The invaders of the lands to the north are not just thieves. The gallery has so many beautiful crystals, ancient formations. We revere them. Such beauty, such magic. The invaders smash them, hit them with hammers, and take pieces away. They are vile. For this alone they will pay.
Great. I'm not going to try to kill them. I'll try to talk to them first. It's the way it should be. A few Vahnatai guards are living in the alcove to the south. They have placed their beds under stone overhangs and are trying to avoid the water that constantly drips from above. A Vahnatai warrior stands guard, preventing you from passing. They refuse to let you intrude on their privacy. Very well, then. Anything to see in here? This particularly large Vahnatai is guarding the corridor into the southwestern dome. She steps forward to block your movement. Then something happens. She tilts her head to the side. She seems to be listening to instructions, but you don't hear anything. She looks displeased. Then she turns and walks away without a word. Ah, the crystal soul. You know what this thing is. There is no soldier in the Empire army who doesn't. These things helped bring about the failure of the invasion of Avernum. Then they helped the Vahnatai to devastate the continent of Valorum. It is a crystal soul. These creatures are the souls of the most wise and revered dead Vahnatai, magically transformed into crystal. They are sacred to the Vahnatai. Once the Empire stole 3 of them. Great chaos resulted. When you get close to the soul, you feel its presence in your mind. It is not hostile, though you sense that it has been made aware of its kind's troubled history with the Empire.
I am Eperon Bok. I said you were to be let into our lands. I would contact you to touch the mind of a surface worlder.
Why did you want to speak with me?
To learn. I have touched the mind of Clodeca and learned of your speech. I learned more of that than she thought if she knew. But that is nothing like touching a direct mind. I see your goal. I see the desire to hunt the assassin. I see we are only an obstacle, but you are not mad. You can be dealt with. I see that you can be mercenary. You can work for pay. I can enlist you, give you trinkets and get tasks done without risking my kind.
What are your plans for the humans?
The quiet voice in your head continues. We have to live. We cannot and will not sleep forever. We must have lands to live. We will act. You are of the Empire. This is our business with Avernum. It does not concern you. Yet if you would help us talk to Skora Irno.
What do you think of the Empire?
I am fresh. I slept through all the strife. I was blessed in missing the battle between you and the near Vahnatai nation. I have no feelings about the Empire. If they do not attack us, we will not hurt them.
I could work for you for pay.
I sense true. I always do. It is easy. Your kind has simple minds. To the north is Carabas, where I will be placed in the spiral in the center and approached for my wisdom. Before Carabas can be regained, it must be purified. Enter the spiral. Use the controls within to begin the purification. Flee. I will reward you.
How do I use the controls? You see an image of in your mind. It is a control panel near a platform. You see yourself pressing a crystal, then another crystal, then a third. And then you see fire. Everywhere.
We have tamed the power of the mountain. The purification unleashes a small portion of it. If you are harmed by fire, you might want to run.
Was that? Eperon Bach is silent, but you still feel its presence in your mind. It is like a weight, a constant feeling of unease. This creature is very powerful. Where did you come from?
I was created. My former form was Eperon Irno. I shed the physical form hundreds of your years ago. I received the greatest honor. My spirit was drawn out and worked into purest crystal. Then my sanity survived and I was elevated.
You might not have survived.
The transformation into a crystal soul is an ordeal. There is much pain. Some go mad. Those ones must be sent on into death.
And you spend all your time advising the Vahnatai.
In return for honor and for escaping death, I owe the Vahnatai my calm and wisdom. I guide them. It is my purpose, my being.
Do you like it?
The more complications, emotions, be lacking, they rotted away with my body. The emotions I can still feel, I must always fight to keep them under control. More than that, I will not say to an outsider.
Okay then. Can you teach me?
There is much I could share with you. Could. For now, I will not.
I am hunting a wraith, and not just any wraith, a lord of its kind. Can you help me?
Ah, I remember. Others may not, but I do. 3 sleeps back, a resting shaper's helpless mind was taken by a dark spirit. The result was so powerful that we could only trap it. We sent an expedition to kill it, but we failed. The enchanted crystal we sent with them to shield them was lost with them when we sealed up the tomb. I happily tell you where the wraith blood is frozen, so you might destroy it.
You sent a crystal with them?
We did. It was a blessed stone, specifically made to take from them the many curses of the wraith. Even with it, sadly, their strength was not enough. If you can find that crystal, you may have a hope against the Dark One.
Where is it?
In the northwest caves, look for the square of wall surrounded by crystal pylons. There, trace this symbol in the east wall.
For a moment you see the symbol in your mind. It seems simple enough.
Then you can enter and test your luck against the poor possessed soul.
Northwest corner. Gotcha. Thank you. And I think that is going to have to be the end of this episode. Next episode, we'll go down underneath, see if we can clear out the problem that's in here. Then head back, report in, and then see if we can talk to Muck, find some other way to resolve this that doesn't involve killing. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44. That is Darren, Thomas, Selena, and Sherry. This has been an Avernum 5 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.